What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with a quick video. I wanted to show you a couple of mint on card purchases I have picked up in the last, I don't know, month or so. And also give some news about a public appearance by the Action Figure Grader. God knows I spend enough money with collector archive services. And they do a great job. I mean, this is me being very appreciative of this, but they have requested that I be on their live Instagram/Facebook show that they do every week. For those of you who do not follow them on Instagram, it's at Collector Archive Services, and they do a weekly show every Sunday night where they give away a $50 gift card. They usually ask a trivia question, which is always pretty easy. Nevertheless, I never seem to buzz in time, but the start time is usually around 7:30 p.m. Central Time, U.S. So for those of you overseas, like in London, for example, it'd be pretty late there, I guess. But they do a weekly show for about an hour or so where they feature, just some items that they've put together for, orders and things, and just talk to a collector about what they collect and all that. But they have requested that I be on the show. So March 22nd, we're still firming up the time, but it's most likely going to be March. Well, it's definitely March 22nd, but we're not sure on the time yet. But it's probably going to be 7:30 p.m. Central Time, U.S. If you're overseas in the U.K., for example, it's, I guess, 6 hours difference there. So it'll be pretty late there for you guys, but I'm sure they'll have it, on replay for those that want to see it. So anyway, that's exciting news. So I will be on that show, and I don't know what we're going to talk about. Probably, if I had to guess, we'll probably talk about some of my rarer bootlegs, like the Oratet Bosks, the orange and the metallic green. Maybe the some of the other kind of customs they put together for me, like the Boba Fett with the overstock Polish bootleg card, something like that. So we'll see what they want to talk about. Whatever they want to talk about is fine with me. I certainly got a lot of cool stuff coming back here soon from them. Anyway, so that's it. I'll put a reminder, and once the time is firmed up, I'll put out another reminder video. But hopefully that'll be a nice kind of just fun thing to do. So anyway, let's talk about these briefly. Well, my videos are never brief, so, whatever. But let's talk about this one. This is the Tri-Logo AT-AT driver. If you follow me on Instagram, you already saw this. But I wanted to show this because of a couple things. First, I bought this ungraded in a Facebook group called Deal or No Deal. So if you're a collector and you're looking for items, Deal or No Deal is a great Facebook group because basically sellers put stuff out there with photos, with description, with shipping costs, and they say, make me an offer. And that's what I did with this one. This was a seller that I knew well, but I never had bought anything from him. He listed this. It was an ungraded Tri-Logo AT-AT driver. It was in excellent condition, and he said, I think this will grade very high. And so I made an offer, and it took us a couple of rounds, but we did get to what I've considered to be a very fair price. And a couple of things. First, fellow YouTuber Blacked Out Ewoks pointed out that this has got a photo variation because this does not have the chest piece on the photo, so it's been airbrushed out. So that's kind of cool. I never knew that, but Blacked Out Ewoks, who's a fellow YouTuber, he pointed that out to me. He knows everything about Tri-Logos. So that was cool. The other thing I wanted to point out is, when I showed you one of my other Tri-Logos, I can't remember which one it is now, but it had the KB Toys sticker on there. And I said, I didn't know that the UK had KB Toys. Well, it turns out you didn't. Blacked Out Ewoks again pointed out that, a lot of KB Toys here in the US, apparently when they were dumping excess overstock, this sold for only 79 cents. They did have some Tri-Logos. So I did not know that. So this was obviously an overstock, Palatoy Tri-Logo that they just dumped on the U.S. market towards the end of the run as the Star Wars collecting line was fizzling out at retail. But this is a beautiful item. It came back with an 85 grade. Card got an 85. The blister got an 80. The figure got an 85. Very nice. Very nice. I wasn't sure if it was going to get an 80 plus or an 85. I knew it would be one of the two, but it's in pretty amazing condition. It's got a couple of dings here and there on the blister, but just a beautiful straight card, really nice, and unpunched. So very fair deal. And Collector Archive Services graded this within about 2.5 weeks. So their turnaround times for packaged mint on cards or packaged items has really come down a lot. They guarantee 30-day turnaround, but this one was done in, I think it was less than 2.5 weeks. I got it back. So beautiful item, and really happy to add that one. So just wanted to show this one, since I don't think I've had a chance to show it other than on Instagram. You can see some dings there. So I wasn't sure, like I said, I wasn't sure if it was going to get an 80 plus or an 85, but they took mercy on me. My gut says that if AFA had graded this, it probably would have got an 80 plus, but maybe not. I don't know. It's close. It's definitely on that very fine borderline between 80 plus and 85. So really, really nice. So that's that. This one just came in yesterday. You saw on Instagram if you haven't, but this is a 65 A-back Bossk with a clear-ish bubble. It's labeled as a clear bubble. It looks like it might be starting to yellow just a little bit on there, but really nice. And this one came back with an 80, and let's take a look at this. Card got an 80, the blister got an 85, figure got an 85. Now, this is something that I've talked about a few times. Figures, or when the weapons come loose from the bubble, it is not an 85 graded figure score. So this is really an 80 grade score. The sad part is that this was attached in the eBay listing. So it came off in shipping, unfortunately. But I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I paid a very fair price. It's an overall 80 still, and I'm very happy. It does have some bowing right here at the card, so that's another negative of it. But it's a 65A back, and it's one I've been wanting. So I still want an ESB card or a tri-logo or both. But money is always the issue when you start getting into those tougher to find Bosks. But a really, really pretty one. And I should have pulled out my other Bosks for this, and I'm going to go ahead and do that because I wanted to point out something about factory codes. That's something we haven't talked about either. But you can see this is HN. I believe, and I should have done better research on it, but there's two factories in Hong Kong. There's the Smile factory and I believe the Cater factory. HN, I believe, is the Smile factory. Now, I've got two others. Bear with me here. I've got two other Bosks, as you guys know, and I wanted to show you a couple of things here. First, this is the HG factory. So this is a different factory than the one this one was produced in. And then the other interesting thing is that this Bossk, which you've seen, the 9 offer, it's got a much lighter skin color to the head. And you can see the difference there between this and this. This is almost like this is an olive green. This is still an olive green, but it's just so much lighter. And then this one has the matte limbs. This one has the glossy limbs. This one has the matte limbs. But the interesting thing is that this is also the HN factory. So these two were produced in the same factory, yet the card is more vibrant. The figures are different variants. So between the 48 backs and the 65 backs, they clearly moved over to a different card stock and a different figure. But that's just another nerdy thing that no one really cares about. But it's something that I just have gotten obsessed with, just, taking a look at all of the different factory codes. But these two were produced in different factories, yet the card stock is the same, as you can see, the 65 back and the 77 back. But the earlier card back, the 48 back, has a much more vibrant card and was produced in the exact same factory as this one. But it's got a different variant, so it's got the glossy limbs versus the matte limbs, and the head colors are slightly different. So who knows, man? It's just one of those weird things that I wanted to point out. But yeah, there's two basic factories in Hong Kong. I count Macau as a different, even though it's kind of in that area. Macau is a different kind of country of origin. But in terms of same country of origin, in Hong Kong, there's Cater and the Smile Factory. I believe, again, I should have double checked this before I got on the video, but those are the two basic factories in Hong Kong, and you can just see how different they were. They went to a cheaper cardstock and a different figure variant, because this earlier cardstock is much more vibrant than the later 65 back. So anyway, nerd alert, but that's the kind of stuff that I love talking about, and I know there's others out there like me. I do know that. So anyway, that's all I got for this video. I just thought we'd take a look at factory codes. I'd take a look at some of my recent acquisitions, and then I wanted to mention that I am going to be on Collector Archive Services live show March 22nd, and I'll do another follow-up video when we get closer to that date, so people are aware of the exact time. And you're going to see me. You're going to see me finally. If you're not friends with me on Facebook, you may not know what I look like, but you get to see me in all my glory. My 43-year-old wrinkled, saggy face and buzz haircut with the big pointy nose and the big old oversized ears. So you're going to see me in person, finally. But anyway, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Bye.